information that's on your side. This is Channel 7 News at 5.
And good evening to you. Today, the state of Arkansas asked a judge to dismiss a lawsuit that is challenging the section of the LEARNS Act that prohibits the teaching of critical race theory.
Channel 7's Andrew Mobley attended this morning's hearing and joins us in our newsroom tonight with the story. Andrew.
The state says its statute prohibiting critical race theory is protecting students from indoctrination. But plaintiffs say the statute suppresses free speech and is an example of government overreach into classrooms. Teachers and students at Little Rock Central High, along with the NAACP, sued the state earlier this year with the aim of striking down Section 16 of the LEARNS Act, which prohibits indoctrination of Arkansas students with certain ideologies, namely critical race theory, an increasingly popular aspect of African American studies curricula.
It is extremely important, not only for Little Rock Central High, but nationwide. It is teaching our children to think critically. It has real-life implications for just making sense of where we are right now as a society.
The LEARNS Act says prohibited indoctrination is defined as communication from a public school employee or guest speaker that compels a person to adopt, affirm, or profess an idea in violation of the Civil Rights Act. The state says critical race theory conflicts with the principle of equal protection and encourages students to discriminate against others on the basis of race. Plaintiffs, on the other hand, say the LEARNS Act statute is ultimately a deliberate partisan stifling of ideas with which the state's majority Republican government disagrees, overriding the judgments of educators.
We're alleging that really what it is nothing more than an indirect, at times even direct, attack on not just teachers' First Amendment rights, and not just students' rights to receive information that's vital to their education, but it also violates the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment.
Plaintiffs also argued that the LEARNS Act violates the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment as well, because it is unclear in what teachers are prohibited from teaching, creating a chilling effect.
It doesn't properly articulate what exactly the prohibitions are that these teachers should be aware of.
Earlier this year, while not broadly blocking the state from enforcing its ban on indoctrination in public schools, Judge Rudofsky issued a preliminary injunction against Section 16 of the LEARNS Act, allowing teachers at Central High to discuss critical race theory in the classroom.
We're very glad that students are able to get the full education that they deserve currently because of this preliminary injunction, and we're hopeful that that injunction will stay in place for the length of this lawsuit.
The state has appealed that preliminary injunction, which is now in the hands of the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals. As for the motion to dismiss the lawsuit, Judge Rudofsky chose not to make a ruling at the hearing, but indicated that he will come back with a decision soon. On your side, I'm Andrew Mobley.
We'll be waiting for that. Andrew, thank you very much. We did reach out to the Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin today. He tells us, quote, "I appreciate the opportunity to argue today in defense of the LEARNS Act, which is already benefiting thousands of Arkansas children and families, and I await the court's ruling."